fannoying isn't released yet. And so firstly here are the specs to my PC. Impressive, right? So I've had to make a few compromises to screen record in the best quality possible, which meant I had to use screen recorders that work well with as little computer power possible. Now apparently the screen recorder I'm using doesn't let me drag items in Inkscape when recording, so this led me to starting and stopping the recorder continuously when switching from Godot to Inkscape. And yes, we have an artist on the team, but I still need to design dummy assets of my own for prototyping. Now many times I would just forget to start the recorder and work all day and only to realize that the recorder was off the whole time.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Now don't get me wrong, so currently I'm using Allcam screen recorder, and I'm not saying it's the issue here. It could be Inkscape, so if there are any Inkscape users, try dragging stuff or recording with Allcam and let me know in the comments. One other big mistake I made was forgetting to change formats. What do I mean by that? Okay, so when my teammates need to see some fixes and or gameplay, right? I just send a GIF, which is better than screenshots and faster than sending a build. Now here's the dumb part. After sending the GIF, I would hit record while it's still on GIF mode, and the recorder won't even save the hours long recording. Because obviously a GIF needs to be seconds long. Now some of you may be saying that still isn't an excuse not to release the game, and this leads me to the second problem we faced: scope creep. So the reason this game was in development was mainly for an event at school. This was actually the second idea I had after weeks of procrastinating somewhere in October. So I began to work on it and had the first prototype, which I showed in the Devlog intro. At the time I had no big plans for fannoying at all, it was just meant to be a simple game for an event and that's all. But why did I change my mind? Good feedback. The game was a buggy mess, but people liked it. Before having played to say I did all the testing and judging myself, and it didn't really seem that interesting. But when I played with some friends it was way better and actually fun. And I guess it makes sense because it's a multiplayer game. This led me to the first mistake I made, which was deciding to rebuild the game from scratch. Due to the great feedback, I thought it would be a great idea to rebuild the game from scratch so I could clean up the code and also use better assets. But this drastically slowed down my progress and there was little to no change in the code base if I'm being honest. While making this transition I had many more ideas which I was so excited to implement. Like instead of having single multiplayer, there would be online multiplayer as well. Increase the number of playable players from 6 to 10. Have 10 minigames instead of 5, and more ideas just kept coming. So to make this game even better and also reduce on workload, I decided to form a team, so there could be an artist and a music composer. Which was a great decision, but none of us were really willing to take long on this project. So I decided we would submit it to a universal game jam called Finally Finish Something, and also use that as a deadline. The development process went well, but guess who came knocking on our door? More and more ideas. So we decided to add a campaign mode where you'd play each minigame and get kinda like a story background of the game, and it was also a place you would go to just to play the games on your own. But unfortunately all these features were unpolished and we didn't have enough time to even submit the game. So this brings us here. Is fannoying dead or not? Well, I'll say it's in a coma for now. I can't promise we'll be back anytime soon, but I have to let it go for a while and work on other projects. I've learned a lot from this project, like more programming, managing files, recording, etc. And I'll use the knowledge to work on better projects in the future. And I do believe fannoying is worth making and releasing because I think it's a great game, but maybe not right now. If you guys have video suggestions, you can join the Discord server, link in the description, and be part of the community. Bye for now and see you in the next video.